This thing's gonna be so overexposed.
Do it.
The red background.
Yeah, I love it.
The lovely shirt.
They're like red wedding.
The fact that we just woke up.
Yeah, I'm on half a cup of coffee, so we know this is gonna be baller.
Good morning, everyone. This is my terrible face when I wake up, but yours is worse.
Yeah, really bad. I look like how he feels.
Yeah, thank you. Anyways, we're wrapping up MWC. I am Jaime Rivera.
I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell.
And let's go through everything that we thought about from the show. Let's start this video off with tablets. We are surprised that tablets made such an appearance at this show. It hasn't been the case for the last couple of years, and then the major player Samsung just pretty much took it off only with tablets. I don't know about you, I was really impressed with the Galaxy Book.
Definitely.
I've been using Windows 10 since November. I've been experimenting with Premiere Pro, moving away from Final Cut in the MacBook Pro. And so far, I would say that, oddly, my favorite computer right now is the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. So this is like a Surface Pro 4 modern version.
Yeah.
Just about everything that you could like about it. I also like that Alcatel tablet.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, even if it's not the most powerful tablet, it is extremely powerful.
The lower cost option.
It is very well designed, though we still don't have that price tag. We do have the typical Alcatel design.
We're assuming it's going to be the lower cost
What about
option.
you?
Well, the Galaxy Tab S3, the Android tablet, was a very interesting entry this year, especially for Samsung focusing some of its Note prowess on productivity for these devices. So again, that was the common talking point for any type of larger screen device was, can you get your work done? And all the fun stuff is fun too. HDR video, that's all great. But you know, incorporating S Pen technology into the S3, I'll be curious to see how I feel about a glass back tablet though.
And think about it, didn't you see that trend of the S Pen now works on every tablet?
Everything.
So, and this is going to be a standalone product. So could it be that it's going to work on the S8?
Fingers crossed. I know we've been asking for that for a while.
Oh yeah.
And part two of the Pocketnow mission of tablets, smartphones, and wearables, one of the biggest talking points on the show floor was obviously the Huawei Watch 2. Kind of mixed reactions from a lot of people. I know there are a lot of people out there who were fans of the OG Huawei Watch, and this design has definitely been polarizing in the comments of our videos, but I think one of the more exciting talking points was this LG Tone Pro.
Yeah.
Now this is something that we covered at CES. It's now getting its international launch.
Yeah.
And so LG had some people on the ground to show these off. And I don't think I've ever seen Tony, our editor-in-chief Anton, look so happy to try out a piece of gear like this. He looks like a kid on Christmas once we fired up this wearable speaker.
But anyways, I don't know. This is pretty much the only wearable we really have when it comes to smartwatches.
We got to see
there
the LGs.
There were a few other cases. So for me, honestly, I don't know about you. This Huawei Watch 2 is such a step back in design from the original Huawei Watch, yet it's growing on me.
You know, it's interesting. I was not looking forward to this watch based on the press materials, based on the press photos. Wearing it has been a different experience. This is not my personal style.
No.
And this is a completely different audience than what the original Huawei watch was targeted at, where I feel that was a bit more upscale, more of an evening dress-up look kind of device. So I definitely believe there is a market for this. It's just different. It's a different market than what Huawei was originally targeting.
It's growing on me, and right now it's pretty much the only way you can get Android Wear 2.0.
Well, unless you rock one of those LGs that we don't have.
That we don't have, yes. And let's wrap today's video with the most amazing lighting we could ever find in an Airbnb to compensate for my horrible face. Smartphones. This is the best show for smartphones. Yet again, we always say that because it's the show where we always get the latest Galaxy. And I don't know about you, I obviously can't wait for that Unpacked event on March 29, but my favorite phone of the show was the LG G6. I tried to love the LG G5. If you watch our MWC wrap-up from last year, the G5 was my favorite phone because the units that we held at that pre-brief felt great and did everything they had to do, and then the final production was not
at
there.
all what we got for consumers.
The G6 is everything the G5 should have always been. A lot of people say that. I feel that way, and it feels that LG has finally found its way. I think that you put it best. LG has found its way. They've found a good design language, a good way to be unique. I'm still struggling with the concept of 18 2x1, fine.
2x1 display.
18 by 9.
A 30 by 15 aspect ratio.
I'm liking the concept. I'm liking the design. I really feel that the way the borders are done make it feel thicker than it is. But then once you hold the phone, because of the way the screen fits into the chassis, it is actually smaller than you see on video. I just have big hands. But what about you?
Well, I've got tiny hands, so that's how we're different. No, I completely agree. LG, I think, is now on that first step of really nailing down a good brand identity. Yeah. So that's really been the exciting story. Absent a Galaxy, now we've got the battle of the underdogs, dual camera sensor phones. Yes. And so my takeaway from the show, I'm really digging the P10. So this isn't as grand a departure as LG. This is a lot more iterative. If you saw the P9 and you held this phone up next to it, I think a lot of people would be hard pressed to point out the specific differences between these two phones. But for Huawei this year, it's all about refinement, it's all about the little touches and bringing Mate 9 technology into a smaller form factor. And since I'm not the biggest fan of phablets, this is a really good year for me where I can put down my Mate 9 and V20 and have very similar features in the G6 and P10.
Yeah, definitely. We will be reviewing these products over the next couple of days. Stay tuned for our coverage. But it leads me to the question of this video.
Let's do it.
Was your favorite product the Nokia 3310?
Please tell me it wasn't. There was so much more to talk about.
It's the question we have for everyone, but no. Okay, what was your favorite product of the show? You know, it's funny. I think that 3320 has been so hard to film. Yeah. By the way, like the booth has been so packed that it's taken us forever to do that video, just to get good angles and everything. But it's funny that phone has literally stolen the show.
Completely.
But anyways, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what was your favorite product of the show.
As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. You can catch all of our MWC videos. We're gonna have a lot of coverage coming up on the gadgets that we're going home with. We're really excited about that. For Pocketnow, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell.
I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one very soon.